Does this happen to you? That you are going through the week, you are in total weight release mode, you're eating healthy, doing fantastically, feeling totally in line with your healthy, clean eating, exercising, things are going great, and then bam, Friday happens and it all starts to get shaky. And by Friday night or Saturday night, that weight release that you've been getting into has now fallen to the wayside because the weekends come and it's time to let down your hair and reward yourself, or social events happen and it all goes to hell in a handbasket, right? So, and then we get stuck in that be good, be bad, start over again on Monday syndrome that makes us so frustrated, makes us feel bad about ourselves, makes us feel like, we can't ever get it together. So I want to give you 3 mind hacks to use your mind really a lot more effectively to just stay consistent through the weekend. Because my guess is if you can stay through the weekend consistently online with releasing weight, then that's going to be a big help in your overall weight management plan, your weight management goals, right? Okay, great. So my name is Rita Black. I am a clinical hypnotherapist, a weight management specialist. I'm the creator of the Shift Weight Mastery process, and also the author From Fat to Thin Thinking, How to Unlock Your Mind for Permanent Weight Loss. And I'm also somebody who's lost 40 pounds and kept that weight off for almost 25 years now, which is, to me, a miracle still, but there's a real skill set and mindset to long-term permanent weight loss. And once you really understand that, it isn't like that there's something wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you, but we just have this mind that we need to learn to work with more effectively. Once you do that, then weight management can be a lot easier, and you can feel a lot better about yourself because you realize that it's not so much about nothing about you personally, but it's about how our mind is wired. 12% of our mind is our conscious willpower part of our mind. That is the part of the mind that really literally wants to lose weight. The other 88%, oh my gosh, this thing is going to fall down. The other, I have it taped. Well, so I'm going to just hold this up for a second. So the other 88%, which is our beliefs and our habits, this part, that wants to stay the same, right? So even though consciously you know everything about weight loss, right? I bet you know enough to coach people in weight loss, right? You know enough about weight loss, but it's because we have patterns and beliefs and habits and our identity. When we think of ourselves as a weight struggler, that really predicts our future, because any weight endeavor we go on is really like, I'm a struggler and I'm trying to fix that, rather than coming at this from a powerful place, a new identity. So a lot of my work is about working with this and getting this part of the mind. And what hypnosis does is it helps get this part of the mind open and changing and shifting, because often, most of the time, we're only working with our conscious willpower part of the brain. And when the weekend hits, we're just in our habits and our beliefs, and those habits and beliefs are the same habits and beliefs that have kept us struggling with our weight. So that's why we want to start to leverage our brain more effectively to get the weekends in the right place so that you can just stay consistent with your weight release, because you already know how to lose weight. You just need to learn now and break those habits and patterns that get you out of that consistency. So number one, before we even get into number one, know that you can do that. That you have that ability, and you are not a weight struggler. You're a powerful person who is now on your journey of weight mastery. So number one is, okay, this is how we start to use our mind more effectively. You want to create a weekend vision meditation. This doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to go to school to learn how to have a weekend meditation. It's really quite simple, but you must be consistent with it, especially in the beginning as you're breaking these patterns. So what the weekend meditation would look like is you on Friday morning, Saturday morning, and Sunday morning having the same vision. And the vision is you Sunday night feeling light, lean, and that you completely took care of yourself that entire weekend. You exercised, you ate healthfully. Even if you went out and saw friends and were social, you ate and enjoyed yourself, but you didn't go over what your goals were for that particular event. And we'll get into that in a second. So you want to have a vision of the end of the weekend in mind. You want to start with the end in mind. You don't want to go into the weekend hoping it's going to be good. Hope is not a method, as my health teacher in high school, Mr. Spacey, would tell us. He was like, with birth control, he was like, hope is not a method, children. So it's the same with weight management. Hope is not a method for weight management, you guys. You don't want to hope that you're going to be good this weekend. You want to create this weekend, right? And you start it in your mind, and you start it with a meditation of a vision of ending your weekend fabulously, and not just a vision, but a feeling of what that would feel like. Going to bed Sunday night, light, lean, feeling good in your body. Because what that does is it excites your higher level reward center. Your dopamine brain will go, ooh, that sounds good. That feels good. How do we create that? How do we get Rita to that feeling? Let's think that through and let's figure that out. Your brain's amazing. It will figure it out for you, but you got to tell it where you want to go, or else it will go, oh yeah, we want to go the same place we always go every weekend. More of the same, please. Right? So we want to say, no, brain. We don't want to do that, because that leads to pain. We want to go there, because that leads to pleasure, feeling good and light on Sunday night. Okay, that's one. Vision meditation. So you want to keep it Friday, Saturday you want to have, okay, yes, Sunday. Even Sunday morning, you want to go, okay, I'm going to end there. And just really get in the habit of doing that every weekend. It will change your life, I swear. Oh, there it goes. Is it going to happen? Okay, good. Create your healthy weekend. What do I mean by that? So your weekend is a creation. It isn't just, it happens. You can either, the world has a plan for you, let me tell you, and it is not a slimming one, right? Your life has a plan for you. If you just went and lived your weekend, it is not a slimming one. It's one that's going to set you up for more of the same. So when I say create your weekend, I mean you really want to think your weekend through. Where are you going to exercise? How are you going to feed yourself effectively through your weekend? You might need to go out shopping on Friday to make sure you have the healthy stuff ready for you, but it starts in your mind. Like, what am I going to do to create this healthy weekend? It ain't going to just happen. You got to create it first. Anything you've really gotten in your life, you've created in your mind first. You want to create your healthy weekend. Now, this is the distinction. Is you're creating your healthy weekend, you're not depriving yourself, because I think a lot of times with weight loss, we think like, oh, well, I can't eat that stuff at that restaurant I like because I'm trying to lose weight, right? Or I can't have fun at that party because I can't eat that stuff that I love to eat. Or I can't like my Sunday morning because I can't have my cinnamon rolls, right? So what you're looking at when you're saying I can't have and I shouldn't have and I got to be good is deprivation. And deprivation brain is a sad brain, right? And it's like, and that tripwires what I call your inner rebel. And your inner rebel is very, very good. Oh, your inner rebel is so good at smooth talking you into doing what it wants you to do, which is more of the same. Oh, come on. You only live once. Oh, this party, they're not going to, you've not been to a party like, oh, look, all your friends are doing it. They're fine. You'll start again on Monday. You'll be fine. You're going to be perfect on Monday, right? You know that voice. So get that voice out of your head and get your inner coach's voice in your head. I love our inner coach. Our inner coach is so powerful. And our inner coach is a creator. And when we think creatively, you can have an amazing weekend where you let down your hair, you have a fabulous time, and you still stay within your weight loss goals. You have every ability to do that. Like I've been managing my weight for 25 years. I had a really good time. Like I eat what I like to eat. Like I enjoy, I eat, I enjoy, and I figured it out. You figure it out by being creative, not by being deleting. You want to think of it as like evolving something powerful for yourself. There's many ways to do that, but you start by creating it and having that attitude. The rest will follow. But you got to start with that. You're not deprived. You're not a victim of anything. You are a powerful creator. All right. Now, the next thing is to mentally practice your challenges. And this is very, very important. And what do I mean by this? I mean that there are times in your weekend when you're fine, when you got it down. But there are times when you are vulnerable. Most of us who struggle with weight are only struggling with our weight a very small amount of the time. That 80%, 20% rule, it kind of applies to weight management. The 20% behaviors and beliefs are what are kind of keeping us stuck, with our frustrating weight struggle cycle. So what you want to do by mentally practicing your challenges is to become aware of I actually have these vulnerable points that most of the time when I go through, I go to a dinner party or I go out to eat, or it's Sunday morning and it's bagel time or whatever, that you become more vulnerable to overeating. And you want to understand that. You want to go, okay, I get that. That's a problem time for me. I'm not the problem, but that's a pattern that doesn't work for me that now I want to solve. So you want to start to think those times through, but what you want to do, and this is the distinction, is to give yourself an alternative route, because all your brain knows right now is the pattern that you're giving it, which is, whatever that is, go to the restaurant, order the thing that you didn't really mean to, but you did because it sounded good, go to the party, have 3 extra drinks, and, then binge eat, when you get home, whatever your patterns are, then you want to start to create an alternative pattern that is going to help you, make that change, because your brain won't just, if it doesn't have an alternative route, it's just not it's going to go, well, but this is what I know. So you want to say, well, no, but this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to go to the party and I'm not going to start by having an alcoholic beverage. I'm going to start by having water. And then maybe I'll have an alcoholic beverage, but I'll sip on it slowly. And I'm only going to have one, but I'm going to really enjoy it. And then I'm going to, make sure that when I come home, I have something relaxing and lovely to do, like take a hot bath, so that I have that all thought through. And this is my alternative root brain. Let's do that, because that's going to feel a lot better. That's going to get me to Sunday night. Do you see how the distinction of trying not to drink at the party versus ooh, I've got this lovely night planned out for myself, and this sounds a lot better than over drinking, overeating, coming home, feeling sick and woozy, and hating ourselves the next morning. This is so self-caring. It sounds like fun. I can still go ahead and have a drink and let my hair down and connect with people and really enjoy myself talking. I can come home and have a wonderful bath and really let my hair down. Then you're giving your brain an alternative route. So that's what the mental practice does, is it's kind of like what you're doing in your brain is you're watching a movie. Your mind can't separate fantasy from reality. So you want to play that movie through a couple of times of what you're going to do. You can first start with what you usually do, which is, maybe if you do go to the party and you overdrink and then you overeat when you get home and then you go to bed and you feel full and you wake up the next morning, you want to play that movie through to the very end and go, see, this route doesn't end up in a happy place, and you want to really feel the feelings of going through that route. Your brain will usually only look at, oh, drinks, that sounds fun. It doesn't think the whole thing through. It will just go, oh, yeah, there's pina coladas. This sounds great. It's not thinking, oh, 3 pina coladas later, and then, a bunch of a pizza and whatever was in the refrigerator that, I didn't even taste, but I ate the next morning. It doesn't think that far. So we want to force our brain to think that far ahead. So it's like, oh yeah, that's not so good. What could we do? Oh, here we go. We're going to the party and we're having a glass of water, refreshing, having that drink that unwinds us just enough to connect with our friends, and we're sitting there and we're eating something healthy, and making those great choices, maybe having a few bites but not a full dessert, like, like thinking it through for yourself, exactly what you want to create, coming home, taking that bath, waking up Sunday morning and feeling fantastic. So then the brain's like, ooh, that sounds good. Okay, let's try that. Now it might take you following that film through a few times because you've been playing that other film for a long time. It's been on syndication in your mind. So you want to bring your mind through this new television series. Hey, this is the series. This is the new series with that ends up with a happy ending, and it's all good. And this is your new starring role in your new television series of long-term permanent weight management. Okay, so have your vision meditation, do it every day. Create your healthy weekend, think it through and really plan, like this is a present you're giving yourself, not something that you're depriving yourself with. And mentally practice those challenges. That's what, athletes get better by going over the things that don't work. Musicians, it's hard to look at what doesn't work. It's hard for our egos to look at like, this doesn't work for me. But, when you offer an alternative route, the mind does follow through. I hope you have found this really helpful. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I have a lot of helpful hints, especially about using your mind more effectively to really change the patterns that are, hurting your long-term permanent weight mastery. Also shifting beliefs and the way you even see yourself. That is, really ultimately long-term, your being successful is not about being good. It is not about being perfect. It's about changing your inner communication system, how you communicate with yourself and how you use your mind more effectively. You have a very powerful mind that can really help you achieve long-term permanent weight mastery. You just need some tools to get your mind working in that right way. There is nothing wrong with you. You have every ability to be healthy, to be happy, to communicate with yourself powerfully, be confident, healthy, slim, and powerful. But get started and start by believing in yourself. You can do this. Okay? Hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much. Have a great day.